Man, I'm sure there's some peanut around my mouth. Today we're gonna do a Taiwanese style Gua Bao. Locally, we call this the Kong Bak. But what makes the Taiwanese style Gua Bao different is the kind of condiments that they add into the bun. I'm going to show you the world's easiest way of making the Kong Bak. Okay lah, maybe it's not the world's easiest way, but it is a very simple method of getting your Kong Bak ready. So for this recipe, what you need is a 700 grams of pork belly. Wash your pork belly, run your knife across the top of the pork belly like that. You can see all that gunk. That's not what you want in your Kong Bak. We're gonna get some simple ingredients. Just 2 slices of ginger, 2 cloves of garlic. Just gonna quickly bruise them. Just 1 shallot. I'm gonna cut off the roots. So I'm gonna be braising the pork. So I'm gonna put my shallots at the bottom together with the ginger and the garlic. And then we're gonna put our pork skin side down into the low pan. So now we're going to make our very simple braising sauce. What we need is mirin, sake, very standard Japanese ingredients. And we're going to just turn on the heat. Today we will be using Kikkoman's less salt soy sauce. So the first step in making the sauce is always to boil off the alcohol. It does affect the flavor of the final braising sauce. Sometimes it will ignite by itself. There you go. Right on cue. So all the alcohol is now burnt off. We're just going to add our less salt soy sauce. Actually, some people have commented that Japanese soy sauce tend to be a little bit more salty. Well, maybe you can try the less salt version and see whether you like it. What they've done is they brew the soy sauce in the traditional manner using soybeans, wheat, water and salt. And then after the fermentation process, they have a special method of removing the salt. So you still get the same fragrance and the umami, but not as salty. So it's good for those of you whose doctors have said you better go on a low sodium diet. Now we add in the sugar. You just stir until everything is dissolved, okay? And your braising sauce is ready. So we add the sauce to the pork and we just top it with a bit more water until it's almost to the brim. Next, we're going to get some paper towel. Alright, and we're just going to cover the top. This will help to make sure that all the soy sauce will color the bottom of the pork belly. Okay, and finally, we're going to wrap it up with some aluminum foil. If you don't have an oven, if you don't have a loaf pan, you can easily do this over the stove in the normal pot with the lid. But of course, then you have to keep looking at it, making sure that the water level doesn't go down too much. Alright, you need to put on a bit more water if it's going down too much. And you got to stir it often because the bottom of the meat might burn if you don't turn it around. But when you use this method, all you need to do is to put this in the oven for the next 3 hours. You don't need to do anything. After that, you'll have a nice braised pork. It is really that simple. So 3 hours later, I take it out of the oven, I leave it to rest until it's cooled down. I took out the pork and I put it into a container and left it in the fridge. So overnight, it looks like this. You see the color is so nice. This is purely from the Kikkoman soy sauce. I didn't use any dark soy sauce or anything on it. This is the original color. And you can smell the very distinctive Kikkoman soy sauce smell. But remember, we are using the less salt version. So even though it's less salt, but it's got the same amount of umami and fragrance as the normal soy sauce. So I'm just going to slice up the pork and then I'm going to pan fry it to give it a nice color. You want it to be a nice low heat because we basically want to slowly toast all this beautiful, you can hear the bit of the sizzle. It gives off a beautiful aroma that makes it really very different, especially after you come home from work. You know, imagine if you have this Kong Bak in the fridge, all ready, all you need to do is to quickly warm it up and then you can have it. So, a quick and easy recipe. Okay, so we're going to construct our Gua Bao. We're going to have this, this is pickled mustard greens with chilli, 2 slices of the pork there. We're going to have that peanuts on top, fresh coriander now. Put stuff. So now our Gua Bao is ready. Let's give it a try. Man, I'm sure there's some peanuts around my mouth. It's messy, it's big, but it's so nice. It's a combination of that beautiful braised pork, pickled mustard, and the peanuts give it a special crunch. If you've never tried it before, make sure you give it a try. I've shown you how easy it is to actually make it yourself at home. Make sure you remember to pick up a bottle of the less salt soy sauce from Kikkoman. Until next time, happy cooking. Bye for now.